Okay, welcome to the new devlog. A lot's changed since the last one. A few things with the main menu as well, like these new character icons. When you load in, these are done now, which is nice. I think these look really cool as well. Sorry about the delay. That wasn't quite planned. But we are getting a lot done, and especially with the map. A lot of reworking on the map, a lot of decoration, a lot of new cells. Got a lot of SCPs that we've added as well. We have loads of SCPs now, way more than you'd expect for a game that's just about to release. Got a lot planned for the future, loads more updates. Now because today we're quite far off the release date, we've still got a few weeks. There's not much polishing that's been done yet. It's mainly just bug fixes, which I guess is polishing, but just bug fixes, making new cells for some SCPs, just that sort of stuff. By the time it comes out, everything should be done, but you should expect some bugs, obviously, because even though our QA team is very good, there's not too many of them. So this is a huge game. So yeah, we'll need your help to find bugs. If you do find any in like when the game releases, please message me on Discord. It's Oscar Smith, or ideally make a ticket, or both. In fact, yeah, do make a report ticket as well. But hopefully I can get on that as quick as possible and fix the bugs, because yeah, we don't want any game breaking bugs on release, especially with ads. So I'll get into it. Okay, so we'll start with SCP-123. This has been in the game for a while now. This was made before I joined. It's a well-made SCP. Because we're in Sector 1 though, they're not too dangerous. They don't really pose a threat unless you intentionally, want to die. So I don't see many facility casualties. But obviously, if you're testing with Class Ds, with this one, you just get them to walk into it, and it'll crush them. This one's really cool. I like this one. It's been well made, especially with like the health decreasing. There's not a lot to it though. Yeah. If you do get hurt, maybe a riot, Class D riot, you do have SCP-900. This one is not hostile, this one's nice, which is quite rare. But yeah, if you take damage, this one will heal you. It's a nice SCP. I really like the containment of this one with the grass. It does need maybe a little bit more decoration, but decoration is the last thing to come. So do expect the map to be a little empty at the moment. By the time it's released, it should look quite a bit better, especially with Chase and on the team. He's really good. So it's not a lot with this one. You can also take it out of its containment with you if you're a high rank and you just want something to heal you. You can bring it with you, and if you get damage, it'll heal you up. I think it'll also heal up other people as well. That's about it for this one. Okay, staying in Sector 1, I'll show you SP-201. This is the cola bottles. I'll show you actually a little bit of this decoration. This has been added recently. I think it's really nice. Okay, staying in Sector 1. The next ACP is the cola bottles, I think. Yeah, 207. This one's quite simple. I do think at the moment there's a slight bug which breaks it, but yeah, the cell's still here, and I really like this cell. This one's been decorated quite nicely. Some labs, stuff. This one's just a static SCP again. It doesn't do much. Obviously, if you drink it, I think it gives you a speed boost and kills you. But I might be probably wrong on that. This will be fixed easily. It won't take long. It was working before. It's just something's gone wrong with it. Okay, so this one's just like the cola bottles. This is the Candy SCP-320. This one's quite cool actually, this one's interesting. So when you take a piece of candy, it can be any colour. I think you got yellow, pink, green, blue. And when you eat it, it gives you a random death. So yeah, with this one, I think I just farted, that was it. So yeah, actually to be fair, it doesn't always kill you. Some are a lot more tame than others. So this one may be blind apparently. I think if I'm right, the yellow one does kill you. Yeah, again, if you do eat too many, then you do start to take damage, and you do die. But I think this one's really well made, especially the cell, which I can't show you. But, yeah, this one's really well made. The cell's done. And I think overall this is just a good SCP. With these Sector 1 SCPs, they're not going to be as interesting as, say, Sector X or Sector 2. But they're definitely like good to test. They'll be fun as well. Alright, carrying on with Sector 1. I got 1025 now. This is the bug. This one's really cool. I do like this one. Again, with a lot of these Sector 1 SCPs, they're not gonna be as dangerous as the other SCPs. And they usually are just going to be like items. You don't get many sort of humanoid SCPs. Sorry about that, it's a bit loud. So this one is just
Stop resisting. I'm here to cure you.
this one's really cool. But you do not want to test this one. Because it is really annoying.
Stop resisting. I'm here to cure you.
No door open then. That's just schizophrenia. It also plays the nuke alarm as well. So that's the nuke alarm. It's a little disorientating, can't lie. But it's definitely a nice SCP to have. Yeah, this one's similar to the last one, kind of. There's another object. Again, Sector 1. This one is quite cool. This is that mask. So what happens is, you get the mask as an item, and when you put it on, you get teleported to sort of another realm, I guess. Yeah, so it's a bit dark. It shouldn't be this dark, I don't think. But yeah, it's quite cool. I don't know if this is the same SCP that I'm thinking of, where... So moving into Sector 2 now. This is, I'd say, a lot more interesting. The last sector's good, it's got a lot of well-made SCPs, but this is where you actually start to get to like real dangerous SCPs. Stuff that if they breach, they can actually cause some damage and need to be taken care of. Just a little bit about this containment. A few things will be added, decoration and everything. Obviously, like, this will be fixed, but it's got the right layout. I think it's quite cool as well. So the SCP, this one's this mask. When you put it on, it takes control of you, and you have to... Oh, there you go. How this works is you give the ability to attack and do damage with an M1. What happens is you lose health slowly when you're not killing people, and when you eventually kill someone, you regain the health back. but it's an interesting SCP. Like, if a Class D gets a hold of this, or you're doing a test with a Class D, make sure you bring some security department, because as a researcher, you've got no way to defend yourself. And if this gets out, again, you know, researchers aren't safe, other Class Ds aren't safe, but it's really well made, it's really cool, I quite like it. Okay, let's do 1123. So this is just another object. It's really well made though. Then again, I think you have to touch it for it to do anything, which I'll show you in a minute, but just for a bit of the cell, I think it's looking pretty nice. Maybe do a bit of decoration here, but at the moment this one's pretty much done. I think we're just going to leave this one as is. So right, I'll show you how this one works then. So for some reason the door opens there, but when you go in, there's no immediate danger. You just have to touch it with a click detector. So I think that cutscene is pretty cool. I don't think I'd be able to do that, to be fair. To be honest, I'm not actually too sure who made this. I think this one's been done for a while, but it is really nice. It's probably, I do like it. It's not my favourite though. That's gonna be my 008. I'll show you again though, real quick. Yeah, so it's not too dangerous. As you can see, I'm still alive right now, but I'm not too sure why it's in Sector 2, but I guess it is. So that's all for this one. Okay, there's a few SCPs I didn't get a chance to show you, so we'll start with 034. So this is an obsidian knife that gives you the ability to take the appearance of any player just by stabbing him. When you stab a player, you basically get their overhead, so it's the team that they were on. You obviously get a different name for terms of service reasons, but if you're lucky, you'll get Cube7 as a username. That's 1 in 1,000 chance, and if you're still lucky, you'll get my username. That's 1 in 500 chance, and either of those will give you a unique badge, which would be a bit of a flex, pretty rare. So yeah, you just get the cosmetics, you get like all the team appearance, the morph and everything. You don't get the weapons, unfortunately. Well, even if you did, every time you talk in chat, or if you equip a tool, you get reverted back to your original appearance. So you sort of got to be stealthy about it. But I think there's in total about 4,000 unique names that you could get, but they are all quite generic. So if you've been playing for a while, you'll probably be able to see which names have been generated and which is real players. So yeah, if you see someone with a dodgy name, just shoot them. So next is my least favourite, SCP-173. So that's the statue. So how that works is you have to look at it whenever you're within range of it, which is basically if it can see you, you have to stare at it, and when you're in range, you have to blink, and every time you blink, obviously if you're not looking at it, it will move to you very quickly and it will kill you. So whenever you're in sight of 173, there's got to be 2 of you. I made this one and it was a pain to test because it was quite hard, you know, by yourself if you're trying to move around it. If it leaves your screen, you just die straight away. So I'd be careful with this one. But it is really good, and it's a humanoid one as well, so it's slightly more interesting, I think. Next we'll do 008. So that's the gas. That one's really cool. I made that one as well, so that's probably why I think it's cool. But either way, it is interesting. So once the container's opened, the green gas comes out of the container and sort of floats towards the floor. And if you go into the green gas, you turn into a zombie. And what happens then is you'll be given the ability to attack. When you attack a player, once you get them to, or once you kill them, they don't fully die. They just become a zombie as well. And these zombies, they can't walk, they can only run. And they are slightly faster, I think, than normal players. So you gotta be careful, because if that gets out of hand, you'll probably have in the server, you know, could be up to 12 zombies, and that'd be a real problem, because they have double the health as a normal player. So there's another cool one. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you any of these. So the next one is 403. So this one's the lighter. I actually have made a video of this one, but the cell isn't done, so it sort of didn't work. So for 403, basically every time you light it, the flame gets slightly bigger. If you walk into the flame, you burn to death. And while you're on fire, if you walk into any other player, they also get set on fire and die. There's no way of stopping it. So it's pretty dangerous, but it's also kind of fun. And since the flame keeps getting bigger, at some point the whole lighter explodes, and then everyone in the vicinity dies. So it's definitely a fun one to do, like a game of chicken with, where everyone runs up and hits the lighter once and see who dies. We've tested that before, so I guess you'll see that when it comes out. So it's a cool one. And for the next one, 409. So 409 is the blue crystal. Now for this one's been in the game for a while. This one, basically what it does is just a crystal. Nothing too dangerous about it, unless you touch it, and then you're infected and you'll transform, and you'll grow crystals off of your body. And if you touch someone else, you'll also transform then. And as these crystals grow, your speed slows and you start to die. So it's quite an interesting one. You'll see it when the game releases. So for the next one is 966. I've seen the models for these because there's two of them. There's 966 and 096. These models that I've seen are really cool. I don't know who made them, but I mean, well done, because they're amazing. So for 966, it's called Nightcrawler, and it crawls around you, putting you into a trance, and then you fall asleep in his chamber, I guess it's called, where you get teleported to a separate dimension where 966 chases you, and you must escape before he eats you. And then for 096, this one's really famous. A lot of you probably will know this one. This is the Shy Guy. This one I think's already done, to be fair. But when you look at him, he gets mad, and when he gets mad, he screams, and then he starts chasing everyone, especially the person that looked at him. He can break through doors, so that's important to know. And he's quite hard to recontain. So I'm excited for people to play with that one. I didn't make it, I can't take any credit for it, but it is really cool. And finally second to last, 457 is the Fireman, which is simple at the moment. It's not too interesting, and it will get updated later in a separate update. So I guess you'll see that one quite soon as well, after V1. And then finally for another interesting one. 049. So 049, a lot of you will know this one as well. This is the Doctor, which transforms you into a zombie in the game. But in V1 it'll be very basic because we have a very high workload. So you'll see a lot of these SCPs in a big update soon. Once we've got the V1 out, we can, we've done with polishing, we can start new on new stuff, new SCPs, new rooms, new content. So yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, so now we're going into Sector 3. This is probably the most interesting sector. So this is the entrance. Obviously it's a lot higher security. This is what the new builder, Chaser, he's made all of this. I think he's done a really good job, it's really nice. Just quickly about these servers. These have been added recently, and what happens is if Class Ds or Chaos Insurgency get in here, they can fry these servers. Obviously I can't because I'm scientific department, so it's not quite going to work. But when they get in here, they can fry the servers, which cuts off the cameras. The cameras won't work anymore. These lights should be oh yeah, they are flashing. Well, not very well, but I'm gonna have to fix that. I made that one, so it's not the best. Again, yeah, these have, I think they're weapon detectors. So if you have a weapon, it'll go off. This is where all the staff go through. You'll need high rank to get through here, unless you need to get your ID verified and stuff. Everyone has an ID card, which shows your section, everything. So I think the next SCP, and the only SCP I can show you in here, is the Shadow Child, I think it's called. Yeah, that'll get fixed, don't worry about that. This sector is huge, so yeah, it's definitely going to get scaled down, I think, because it just takes too long to walk. But it's just because these containments have to be so big. Obviously, because these SCPs are incredibly dangerous, you've got to have a lot of security with it. So you can put your Class Ds in here. Most tests, if you're doing tests in here, you'll need, high ranks, maybe an 05 to watch, stuff like that. So you can brief your Class Ds here. You'll want security department. You want pretty much every department here for these ones. But this is where the real roleplay happens. Again, this is security and research. This hasn't been decorated, but I think just the design of the cell, of these cells, are really nice. So, I'm guessing research area will be in here, along with maybe a security booth, stuff like that. Maybe somewhere to store Class Ds if you want to separate them from here. So to carry on, again, this is like an airlock, so you have to walk in here before you go through, because you do not want these SCPs getting out. So a bit more about this SCP. This one's 047, I think, Shadow Child. So this one, it just works off lights, so it's scared of the light. The switch isn't working at the moment, don't worry about that, that's a very easy fix. A lot's happened with the map, which has broken quite a lot of stuff, but it's all simple fixes. We've still got quite a few weeks left at the time of recording to fix all these issues. So this SCP, obviously its cell is very, very light to keep this SCP peaceful. It makes a lot of noises as well. You'll be able to hear this across the map. So when there's this, when the lights are on, it won't be able to attack you, it won't be able to hurt you. But as soon as these lights turn off, as you can see here, we have these flashlights which you can grab. So if you have like 2 or 3 SCPs in here, you bring them in, turn the flashlights on, and turn the lights off. they'll have to sort of dodge around to keep the light on the SCP, and it won't be able to get close. Because if one of the Class Ds turns their flashlight off, and there's no light around them, then this SCP will just kill them straight away. It's quite fast as well, and it does a lot of damage, so you need to be careful with this one. But I just think it's really cool. This will probably get some decoration as well, but I just think these SCPs, these take a lot longer to make. Obviously because you've got to do a lot more. A lot of them are humanoids, so there's a lot more functionality to them. So at the moment, I think this is the only one I can show you. We do have some others further in Sector 3, which some are done, some have been for a while. It's just, obviously each one you've got to make a cell like this, which takes a lot of time. But yeah, in the future hopefully we'll be getting a lot more SCPs in this area, because if these get out of containment, then you've got a real problem. You need probably the whole server to help you recontain them.